want to start a YouTube channel? This means you have something in common with every single one of us on the Studytube project. Today I'm going to give you the practical YouTube advice that I wish I had gotten when I started my channel, how to grow and gain an audience while still enjoying it and having it as your creative outlet. Okay, so in my opinion, I think there are two routes to starting a channel. The first is the route that most YouTubers take, and this is where you start your channel when you kind of don't really know what you're doing. You've ish learned to edit, but like not really. You've ish learned to make thumbnails, but like not really. And you kind of know what you want to make videos about, but like not really. And it's very much trial and error and you learning while doing, which is a very useful way to stay consistent early and to learn quickly. But I would say it can often lead to slower growth because you're kind of admitting that your quality isn't the best, or you don't really have a specific direction yet, you're still working it out, which is fine. That's the first route. And then there's the second route, which I personally did this. I don't think it's necessarily better, but I think it's 100% why I was able to grow more quickly on YouTube. And that is learning to edit, learning to make thumbnails, learning how YouTube works behind the scenes before you officially start your channel. This is you sitting down with yourself and thinking, what do I want to make videos about? What do I want to be known on the internet for? For me, I took 2 months where alongside my A-levels, I slowly started to learn how to edit, learn to make thumbnails, learn how to use a camera. Either way, you're going to learn a lot on the job and your content is going to change and evolve a lot over time. But it's kind of asking yourself, do you want to take the time before you start the channel to think about it? Or do you very much want to just learn as you do? And my next, probably biggest piece of advice in this entire video for growth is to find your niche and to stick to it. The only way that you can really grow on YouTube is to be known for something. And to be known for something, you need to have a specific niche. You need to kind of create your own niche. It can partially exist, for example, beauty YouTube, but you need to find a little segment that you can make your own and be unique within. And here's the difficulty, and here's what I think prevents a lot of people growing. Every single person is so multifaceted and has so many interests. Like, for example, me, I would love to make, travel vlogs and the study videos, motivation and self-love, blah, blah, blah. But at the start, when you're not known for anything, if you make all of those videos, you are not attracting a specific kind of person. You're trying to just play to the masses, play to everyone. And aiming your videos at everyone is like aiming them at no one. One day, when you have a loyal audience who are there just for you, you can make whatever kind of content you want. But my biggest advice for growing is to pick that niche and stay in it. For me and most of the creators here, that niche was Studytube. Even now, when I make content about other things, gap year, whatever, people generally still know me as the A-level Studytuber. And that's fine, that's cool. But if you don't have that initial thing people associate you with, you're likely not going to grow as much, so pick a niche. Okay, next common question, do I need a camera? For me personally, a camera was the missing link I needed to start my channel, because in my head I was like a perfectionist and I was like, oh, if I don't have a camera I can't start it. And for me, saving up and investing in a camera was like a promise to myself that I would actually start. But honestly, if YouTube is something you're just dabbling in and you don't see yourself necessarily pursuing it, but you kind of just want to do it for fun, phones are decent quality nowadays. You can 100% start a YouTube channel on a phone and be very successful. However, if you would like some good camera recommendations, I cannot recommend enough the Canon G7X because it's so versatile. You can use it for vlogging, you can use it for sit down videos. But yeah, don't be afraid to use your phone. Don't let that stop you from starting. Common question number 2, do you need a good editor? You do not need to be a crazy professional editor to start a YouTube channel. All you need is iMovie, which is free on like an iPad or a MacBook, and it's really not hard to just like split clips and just put them together, like just cut out where you're saying As you go on, you can learn to do fancier editing, but as a start, it's a pretty solid foundation. I used iMovie, which is free, for over a year. Point number 3, how do you make thumbnails? I think thumbnails are one of the most overlooked aspects of content in new creators. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good your video is, it doesn't matter how good your editing is. If no one clicks on it, no one's gonna see it. And your thumbnail is your marketing. Especially at the start, invest energy in learning how to make something compelling. I use PicMonkey, a lot of people use phone apps. Try and include a face on the thumbnail because they generally do better. Try and include some very clear text. Especially as a small creator, don't fall into the trap of clickbait. Advice for keyword tags. The tags are what make your videos searchable. So just before you upload, you write in the keyword tags. And new creators often think you should put things like student, study tips, like very small keywords, when really the magic of search engine optimization is long tail keyword tags. For example, instead of revision, how to revise A-level biology is a lot more specific and is going to generate the audience that you want to that video. I also recommend looking at other people's thumbnails and titles about topics similar to yours. Okay, collaboration and other creators. The magic of YouTube is finding people with similar interests to you. You can make so many friends and it's amazing. You can do collabs. Big piece of advice, do not self-promote. I know it's tempting. I know you've just started a channel, you want to get it out there, I understand. But unfortunately, it's kind of annoying. Instead, consistently leave insightful comments on the creators that you like, and I promise you, we notice, we recognize your act. Like, whether you know it or not, I recognize a lot of people who comment again. I see you, I remember you. I've made so many YouTube friends who began as followers. So just keep spreading love, keep supporting people, and they will remember you. My next point is, do not expect money or fame. Not only is fame hugely overrated, and I think people should really recognize what it's like to have thousands of people invested in your life and caring about your decisions, like for your mental health. It's quite crippling. But apart from that, in terms of money, it takes a long time to get to the point where you can monetize this. First and foremost, it should be a creative outlet, or you wanting to help people or do something good. You have to love it. And if anything amazing comes out of that, that's brilliant. But if not, you still get to learn a lot of skills, which honestly are very valuable in whatever career you go into. And my last tip, potentially the most important tip of all, just do it. There will never be a right time to start your channel. It will never feel less scary. It's either you start it today where it's really scary, or you start it at a random day in the future where it's also scary. There will be judgment, people will see it, and you have to accept it. Real story, I actually set an arbitrary date in the future where I just said, on February 17th, a random day in 2 months, I'm gonna post my first video. I didn't care how unprepared I felt on that day, I didn't care how scared I was, I had to post a video on that day. So if I wanted to prepare myself, I could. If I wanted to learn to edit before then, I could, but I was gonna post one. If you have to do that, do it. But also, quarantine is a great time to start. Literally, who cares what other people think? Like, they're just jealous of you because you're just doing amazing things and putting yourself out there. You're improving your personal brand, you're giving yourself opportunities, you're learning skills, like, it's all amazing. And I guess going along with that, be consistent. Just keep posting, it doesn't matter what. Before you start, draft up loads of video ideas just so that you feel like you never run out. You always have this bank of brainstorm. Stick to your niche, but go have fun. If you're a mini StudyTuber, hey, hi. I really recommend you submit a video to the Studytube project. Like, why not? This platform is a great way to get started and get exposure. But yeah, just believe in yourself. Like, you clearly want to start this for a reason. You have a passion project, and that's amazing. It's weird to imagine where I'd be now if I hadn't just posted that first video. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing rest of the day, and remember me when you're famous. Okay, bye.